Right, so today we are making up the first lot of zombies for the Last Hope shoot this weekend. So as you can see, there's a lot happening in here. We've got a team of approximately maybe 50 student makeup artists that are all doing different things. So we've got vein work happening over here, we've got teeth and nail colouring happening here, we've got the base colours going on over here, silicone work, so we're using third-degree prosthetics, which is something that is relatively kind of new here. Colouring in of the wounds happening, we've got hair, we've got cream paints, we've got a whole progression line happening of everyone doing lots of things. So the last thing we'll be doing is blood work. So we've got students from Victoria University, Melbourne Polytechnic, and also Melbourne College of Hair and Beauty and Beauty EDU. So we've got a big mix of students, lots more to come tomorrow.
I'm playing Corporal Bilanti. He's one of the section commanders and he'll be leading the rest of his charges to fight off the zombies. At this point we've already been attacked and there's a few of us have been either dead or injured, so we're basically trying to get out of there as safe as possible. There'll be about 68 extras and some of them will be playing soldiers and some of them will be playing the infected. Currently we're trying to get the main cast organised, get everyone ready to put their webbing on and costumes on, and soon we'll be getting the weapons as well. So I'm not sure about exact numbers of soldiers that will be seen, but there's, as you can see from there, there's a lot of webbing, there's a lot of gear, so it'll be pretty impactful. We're going to be a very big shoot this morning. The costumes are pretty realistic and Lee has tried to ascertain them from a few different places, including from a company called Legear, which he has previous employment with, so that they've been very supportive and helpful with this project. We've really tried to put a lot of effort into the gear and into the costumes in this production to make it actually seem not just as a big raid zombie film, but as something that can potentially occur in real life, and especially when it comes to soldier outfits, make them realistic so that even if a member of the Australian Defence Force is watching or something, they would relate to and say that this is an authentic get-up that they're seeing. Some of the actors in the film have a real-life military experience. They've served in the reserves or they've served in other sort of military capacities. Some of them are just actors who've had on-screen military training, so to speak. We've certainly throughout the production, Lee has put a lot of emphasis on making sure that actors in the film, whether they've had military experience or not, that they've gone through training with the weapons and they know how to handle those weapons and make sure that they look realistic and not just that it looks like a real life soldier on screen, not just an actor or an extra with a piece of plastic. Look, I mean, with this film, it's a combination of an action and a thriller film, and also a drama. So there's a real life story in this. I mean, Lee has had experiences before working in border protection and things of that nature. So he is trying to explore the current crisis that's happening around the world with the refugees and with all the with all the dilemmas about where to place them and how to go on about it, and yet at the same time combining it with really gritty, realistic horror genre. So fans of the zombie genre, on one hand, they'll be seeing the things that they like, which is, you know, gore and blood and action. At the same time, they will be seeing hopefully good acting and a great story unfold on screen with, you know, with a lot of really interesting characters.
So, as the prop master on this project, I was gathering the equipment, setting it out so that we could give it to the guys. When the guys came through, allocated, noted down what they had, organised the prop guns and weapons, put them out, issued the guys with them. Whenever they broke one or they came out of a shoot, we just retouch it up or repair it.
So the scenes that we did today, what we did was 3 scenes. We reshot one scene that we've shot before, so we got to do that one again, which is great. So essentially that was the heroes coming down an alleyway and getting jumped by zombies, basically.
So the first scene we shot today involved the character of Ben Hardman, played by Glenn Ellis. He's our cinematographer and producer as well. So it pretty much involved his team with some others as well, moving down a pretty narrow alleyway, being assaulted by all our undead in the refugee centre. It involved a lot of stunts, it involved a lot of falls, it involved a lot of shooting, and it involved a lot of drama as well.
So what happened in the second scene was the heroes managed to break away from the zombies that have all hoarded around them, and they managed to barricade themselves in a building. Only managed to barricade themselves for a short time before the zombies inevitably got back in.
So we had a pretty intense scene where we're barricaded inside, and we've only got this bit of fencing that's holding us. So there's nothing holding up, and just the body weight and determination of some soldiers, and our hero in the detention centre, a local in there. And after a while, just too many bodies just gave way, and unfortunately, yeah, the fence came down and a bit of a horde poured through, and there was a lot of shooting, a lot of violence, and a lot of zombies being killed.